This is Charles 9mm, and I've got a great product to show you today. This is another Stoner holster. This is another shoulder holster. If you saw my last one for the Smith & Wesson 642, hopefully you enjoyed that. It's called Stoner Holsters, the Technology of Shoulder Holsters on YouTube, and I've posted other places as well. Stoner holsters is one of my favorite. I don't have a financial relationship with them. I just really like their product, and my video quality is probably not up to par compared to people with high definition and great lighting and so forth. I just don't have that. One is I really want to show you what this product is here in my own house. This is the holster I wear, and just show you my own experience. I'm no expert. I'm not a competition shooter or anything like this. I've just been doing this a long time, and comfort is a big deal with concealed carry holsters. And I just want to get to it real quick about how we came to this and why we're looking at Stoner holsters. And I do prefer leather over Kydex, but there is a place for Kydex. I'm not saying anything bad about Kydex holsters. My personal preference is leather, with some exceptions under certain circumstances with certain firearms. But today we're going to be looking at the shoulder holster for the LCR, the Ruger LCR, which is one of my favorite snub nose revolvers, which I think Ruger does a great job. And I do like, under certain circumstances, I think the shoulder holster is superior. As I said in my past video, it's great for seated positions, and we do a lot of sitting in this combat style, large holsters and things like that don't really work as well as maybe advertised, because you might have a belly, or you might be sitting a lot, or maybe your back hurts, and I do have some back issues. So a shoulder holster under certain circumstances really helps, because my lower back's not too great being older. And you probably, if you watch my videos, you've seen me age. So let's get right to it. Enough listening to me. This is the Stoner shoulder holster. Now I'm using a replica of an LCR. There's no real firearms in this video. This is the LCR replica. This one's made by Cold Steel. Really safe. It's not a gun. It's just a plastic trainer. Fits perfectly into the holster. I really like that in this case it fits across the back of the holster, so it drops the thumb in this position, and you'll notice that there's no bottom strap. Now there is a belt attachment snap available if you want it, but this one uses the what I call the Brazier Strap, which really is great. And buying a holster, shoulder holster, you're going to have to really be patient about adjusting it. As I said in the past video, you have to take that time to adjust it correctly. A lot of people throw them on, it's not comfortable, I can't get it just right, slides this way, slides that way. And if you don't have the patience to do it, it's probably not going to be the holster for you. Once you have it dialed in, you leave it, it's screwed into place, you throw it on, you'll never have to change it, and it's worth the effort. This uses screws, kind of like a Chicago screw, to hold down the straps, to hold them together. There are pre-punched holes that you can just find the one that works for you, and maybe I can give you a few tips. I'm going to take this off so I can show you some of the detail on this and what to do. Okay, it has this one, and you can get different things. You can even get another holster for the other side if you want to carry two guns. But this is for the speed loaders. And you can open them from either side depending on your methodology. If you do a change hand reloading, or if you do reload keeping the gun in the strong hand, and they just fit right in like that, pop right out. Here's your speed loader. There you go. Pops right in. And you can unsnap from the other side as well, so you can pop it out this way. If you want to reverse them, turn them around and reverse it. In this case I've got it in that direction, but you can turn it around, goes either way, depending on your methodology. So it allows for either of your methodologies, or if you do change. And you can see the workmanship in this, even with my poor photography skills. And you see that it's riveted in between as well, which gives it an enormous amount of strength, riveted all the way through. And the stitching, as I've said many times, is superb, and you can really feel the thick, heavy thread being used to stitch this together. And then you've got a panel that supports. This is this is what I call the bra strap. I don't think that's what they call it, the Brazier Strap. And this runs across your back about where where a bra strap, Brazier strap would be. You know, if you were a woman, you're wearing a brassiere, this would be right across the back, right from armpit to armpit. And this has to be adjusted very well. Should be uptight against your body, and this would be the back. And you want to draw that in. I usually would start, and I know they have some instructions on how to do it, and maybe their methodology is superior to mine, but what I really like to do is draw it tight up to the back. So you want to draw these straps, find out about how high you want the revolver or a pistol. If you've got a semi-automatic, you can get one as well, and find out where you want it along your weak side, because you're going to be crossing over and drawing from a shoulder holster. Find out where you want it to be, and then adjust accordingly, and make sure there's no slop in the back. Because if you don't, what will happen is the pistol will, the cross in the back will ride up on the back of your neck, and it won't be comfortable. So you want to draw that down as far as you possibly can. So let me put it back on. And you notice you just sling it on. You're basically putting it on like a jacket. And you want that Y in the back here not to ride up onto your neck. You want to draw that down so it sits comfortably there. Draw that brassiere strap in as far as you can without making the revolver slide back too far, so it's hard to get a hold of it. And especially if you have wide girth, that would be a problem. So you want to get that where it's in a comfortable position and draw the back up tight. Then you adjust the front so that you're getting the right angle. You're not, if it's too long, it'll slide back, and then the X in the back will ride up on the back of your neck and rub your neck. So you want to get that just right. I know that's complicated, and there's really no way to explain it. You just got to feel it. And drawing the revolver from a shoulder holster, as I showed in the last one, you're going to you're going to wing this arm up and draw that way. Now people go, you're going to flag people across that way. There's no ideal situation for that. You do need to practice that and be careful, especially on the range. You may even learn to draw and have it downward. Your mileage may vary. You're going to have to practice with it. The point is that being able to wear this, a firearm for long periods of time, perhaps on a long road trip, or if you're in law enforcement, this was how you would spend your entire day. And what I did with this for the testing of it is I put it on, and I put in a real loaded firearm and carried it all day. All day. I've done this for days on end to get a good feel for the stoner holster, shoulder holster, to get it just right, and to see if I could do it, see if it was comfortable. And after a while, you don't even feel it. It was nice. It took a lot of weight off my hip. When I was sitting, it was very easy to access the firearm. And I've done this now for weeks, and I find it to be really good. And then I did it also. Hi, how you doing? This is my dog. So yeah, I did it with the Smith & Wesson 642 setup as well. It's very comfortable. You can wear them all day long, and it was very nice. Also, the stoner holster uses quite a thick but flexible leather. So this leather will begin to take a shape after you wore it, and your sweat and the heat from your body and the oils and so forth from your hands and handling it, it softens up real nicely. I've had some that were real thick. I've had shoulder holsters that were bonded leather, and they never break in. You got to get full leather. Don't get the bonded leather ones; they're no good. But Stoner makes everything with the full leather. Becomes very flexible. It breaks into your body kind of like a new pair of shoes. Becomes even more comfortable. So this whole setup is extremely comfortable. And you can see the angle. Angle is very important in a firearm. When I lift my arm over, you see how it pushes the back strap out? That's because I have it quite tight to my body. And you'll also notice that so that's normal. There's nothing wrong with that when I turn it. And it'll go right back into position. And you notice I have a lot of strap material left over. That's because I'm a very small person. I don't even, I weigh like 150 something. I'm not very tall, and I don't have a real big chest or anything. So there's a lot of room. So I'd be like a size small man. And so there's enough room there for me to, there's enough, I can make it small enough for me. If you're much larger, there's a lot of strap left. So you could be twice my size and still have plenty of strap left. And it would fit you. They've made it universally adjustable. In fact, the back strap, those straps are overlapping quite a bit. They overlap about that far because I'm not big around. But if you were big or had a big belly, whatever, there'd be plenty of strap. You could go twice my size and be no problem whatsoever. I think that was really good. I really like the workmanship on Stoner. And I like the people at Stoner because they're really good people and great customer service. And when you're buying a shoulder holster, they're not cheap. If somebody's selling you a shoulder holster for $25, there's probably something wrong. These are really some real handcrafted, beautiful holsters that you'll hand down to generations after you. They'll be able to use these. Let me pull it off again. I'll show you some more about it. It's really a feel. The other thing you want to look at is you see the Chicago screws are also holding this the XBar in the back here. So this is important. I've seen some companies that rivet it. I've seen some that will use like a loop and like sew it. This is very important to be able to have a strong hold on this in the back because this takes a lot of pulling. It pulls in your body and so forth. So it really has to be strong. So it has to be plenty of leather. The leather has to be thick enough and a good, solid, beautiful Chicago screw holds it in place. And you can see the Stoner holster logo is stamped in the back. I think they've done a really good job. I love Stoner holsters, and I thought they really deserve a good review to look at them and to show you what I do, as opposed to a fancy advertisement. You see my halting speech. I'm not the greatest speaker, but I just wanted to share that with you, that this is something that I really treasure. I really like it a lot, and I find that drawing it is the revolver is really comfortable, and it's well done. And that's pretty much it. It's just really is a great product. And I think you should check it out. Straps, I've seen some of the front strap's too wide and it'll dig in. These are just the right width. And it seems to support the weight of the firearm. Now, if you got a large firearm, like a 1911 or something like that, I think this is the way to go, because carrying on your belt, especially if you've got back problems or you're an old man like me, that's very problematic. And I think you're just going to love this. I really do. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments, put them in the comments. And any criticisms, I'd take criticism fine. I know there's a lot of controversy about shoulder holsters. A lot of people don't like them, but I think if you're going to do them, or if you do a lot of sitting, this is the way to go. Beautiful. And I also recommend you get yourself a some kind of a blue gun or a replica of every firearm that you carry to really practice and practice safely and handling. I think it's really great. It's worth the investment. Thanks for watching. Stoner Holsters. Take care. Bye-bye.